And speak of domination, they're going to try and see if they can get it going here in this draft. As we're into it, interested to see what the first ban's going to be. Is the thing is not updated, so we're going to try and get it to work again. I'm going to put it back over the caster screen. We're going to close this out and see if we can get the overlay to work again. It's not being very cooperative with us. We'll look to see is just to keep you guys up traded. Trundle and Jen going to hit the ban boards first.
Yeah, Trundle just a solid first ban. You know that he's a good counter pick to Draganx's favorite jungler, the Xin Zhao. So you take that away and hope you can secure the Xin Zhao for yourself. And then the Jin ban is just a direct hit to Zodiac. That is his comfort champion. That is his signature champ. As Riot's client is just trolling us. Interesting to see the adaptation from SHSU banning out the set this time. I think they had a very, very easy time dealing with that. So that doesn't make a ton of sense to me. And then ROWVA banning away the Lux. I don't see how you think banning Lux is going to help you, though, when there's so many other control mages the Puppy Cat can possibly pull out and throw at you. The ban's a little curious to me, because it just invites the Ahri, Veigar, or Victor, or even Azir after the buffs, which is a Puppy Cat old school signature pick. I don't think we've seen it this season, but I promise you she can play it. And then a Zed ban. Okay, that actually indicates to me it might be Azir coming out, because Zed is, or any assassin, is kind of hard for Azir to deal with.
Alrighty, we're just gonna go straight into this one. Riot client is actually messing up with our UI overlay, but that's okay. So the final ban's coming out there. I think heavy emphasis there on some of these junglers is two there. I think contesting the Trundle and the Xin Zhao, as you rightly pointed out. Lux also hitting the ban board there. So Brodini deciding he wants no part of that, but the Jinx gonna get through.
Yes, give me the Lyros Tome, or not Lyros Tome, Zodiac Jinx as often as I can get it. I begged for this pick back before I was part of the team here at SHSU, just in private, and I'm glad to see it. I do like the Aatrox Hecarim pairing coming out from ROWVA, though. That is a very strong top side that can be absolutely menacing to deal with for this Jinx.
Now, something that we didn't point out in when we were talking about the nerfs was Hecarim actually did receive a small nerf as well. Some of that early game power was taken away in terms of the damage, and obviously the speed reduced a little bit there. So interesting to see how badly those nerfs will actually affect this jungler. Interested to see what they'll do. The Irelia into the Aatrox. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so this is still technically a flex pick. You could go mid or top with this. But I do think it's just a very good pick into Aatrox that I like. Are we going to get Ivern? Is this an Ivern moment?
It is the Ivern hover every time. No, just going to be the Ahri. I hate getting baited by that. I love seeing the Ahri, but no, they hovered every time. Okay, a colleague answered there into the Ahri.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
It's
okay.
They want team fighting. They want 1v1 skill. They're looking for some explosive moments in this game, Kramer.
Yeah, the solo lane power out in full display, as I expect ROWVA to hit a couple junglers here. You want to take away junglers that are good into the solo laners you've already picked. The Renata ban is good. I also want to see maybe a Poppy ban come through. Volibear is also not a bad ban, but I think if SHSU wants, draft Utopia over here, they want an enlightened pick in the jungle, that Poppy coming through would really make life hard for the what we've seen of ROWVA's composition. Interestingly,
in this pick and draft, what I think is key to highlight is that both of these bot lanes, I think, left to late, because yes, even though Sam Houston did lock in that ADC in that first round, they have left their support to late, but ROWVA has also left the entirety of their bot lane to late, so it is going to be that Morgana takeaway there and the Ashe, so clearly thinking that is what they're going to play, and I like this Ezreal pick. This is going to be great damage and great peel for them in the late game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ezreal, not necessarily a super hard hypercarry. Or Thresh paired with the Jinx. I love to see that. Just very stable, though, for Ezreal, which is one of the things I talked about wanting to see from ROWVA, was stability in that bottom lane. And Shyvana, I would have loved to see a Poppy here, but Shyvana's fine. This is a skirmishy pick-based comp for SHSU. She works in that style of comp. And Seraphine going to round out, so they're going to opt away from the more traditional and dominant Ezreal Karma, give us Ezreal Seraphine into Jinx Thresh. This bottom lane is going to be every lane here is going to be spicy. This is going to be a bloody game.
when they're skirmishing in the jungle, that's also what I'm interested in too, because these picks are going to go at it a lot. Captain Deadside on that Hecarim, sorry, not Puppycat, Dragonks, going to be taking the Shyvana there, so they are not necessarily in pick ban order. They did it because a couple of people on Sam Houston have all the champions, so that's what they use to draft, and they leave things till late. So obviously, since they're not using Pro Draft, they even made that switch instead, so I understand that. We'll switch them around when we get into game. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to the rift for game number 2 between Sam Houston State Esports White and the ROWVA Esports Gold. Sam Houston up 1-0 in this series. ROWVA 0-5. Want to play upset to this Sam Houston team. Want to make their playoff berth and their opportunities just a little bit smaller. Sam Houston set up in this blue side, set up in that jungle. Captain Deedle's going to see them walk in, so they know that this is happening. 2 members waiting in the back. Houston, do they fancy themselves a commit to this invade?
Looks like they do. We do have a death sentence start. Oh, and it will connect onto the Hecarim. That's a dead horse. Yeah,
Deedle's just going to go down. The Ignite even committed there by Libris, as we're going to go ahead and switch around some of these target frames. I'm not sure why Deedle's Deadside stayed there, honestly, knowing that they were there. Could have just walked out a lot sooner. Didn't need to stick around to find out how that story ends, but did do so.
Captain Deadside decides to get sent to the glue factory to start this game, and that's just a risk you had to be prepared for. You know that there's a chance of the death sentence and zap start coming out for this Thresh Jinx pairing, and that's a very powerful engage, especially paired with the potential of an Ahri charm. Just a interesting choice with those 3 abilities to be in that position at all instead of just warding and running.
Kramer, you want to talk about Riot Spaghetti Co for a minute? I know this is not related to anything that we were just talking about, but the scoreboard is now in such a position that I was trying to switch the character icons just to figure out to get to Sam Houston where they were positionally, and it was just not switching them, as Puppycat going to land the charm and the electrocute, so Brody using quite a bit of help there.
Yeah, already we're starting to see what we were talking about with just a skill expression diff here in the mid lane. I'm amazed that this Ahri pick went over. This is gonna be a rough lane for Brody, who again is also on a champion where if you fall behind, if you aren't able to hold your own against this player that is quite literally higher rank, higher skill than you, you are not going to be able to do basically anything in this game. So, the charm will connect, and it's another just brutal trade right into Brodini's face. I don't understand why this was the choice, but we'll see if he can pilot it.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at ways to criticize draft, I think obviously like the Akali is going to be the biggest standout thing for me, because if you are struggling in that mid lane matchup, it feels like you should be drafting something that gives you a little bit more agency to play, that is a bit safer and that is a little bit easier to pilot. And so just surprised that that the Akali was the call there. You know, obviously we'll have to wait to see how it actually works out. There is a lot of playmaking potential on an Akali. You can look to go after some of these lower health members in some of these team fights, and possibly even look to set up some of the team fights yourself if you can pick a couple of members. But I mean, just in the laning trays, it just does feel like it's going to suffer against the Ahri. Is Texas A just trying to survive underneath this turret, just trying to pick up some of this golden experience? And we did highlight in that early lobby, it is going to be up to Texas A to pilot this champion and make the most out of it, because I think if you're looking draft switch-wise for both these teams, I think like the flip there for Sam Houston is that Irelia, in opposed to the Akali there.
Yeah, absolutely. I also think Texas A needs to recognize, especially right there, that was a window for him with 2 stacks on the passive and him having Ignite. That, I think he wanted that fight. I'm surprised to see him back down from it. And one other thing I do want to touch on with this mid lane matchup, not to harp on this too much, but just a point I want to make talking about giving yourself... Oh, we have a fight top lane. Hold on.
Looking top lane. Texas A jumps in. The Knight's going to go down. Yeah, this should just be Drake falling. Easy first blood for Texas A, and that's where you want that gold going if you're going to have an Irelia on the top lane.
Absolutely, and he's going to be able to hopefully crash a very big wave here. Well, no, Gerard did take teleport in the matchup, but Texas A, understanding that he had the passive stacked up, had the Ignite available, takes the all in, and that's a good job by him understanding his champion's power level.
Didn't have to blow flash either. Draganks going to get caught out here by Deadside. Puppycat is here, though, so should be having a little bit of safety. Now, Texas A not coming to help this Draganks. Is he going to flash? His nose going to drop. The health not there. Sam Houston not sure what they were waiting for right there. And now Puppycat going to get chased out of that top side jungle. Meanwhile, bot lane Sam Houston trying to see if they can get something in return. Not going to be able to, though. It is still a small Goldie for Sam Houston. But, man, that just feels like a lack of communication there from that Sam Houston squad.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Puppycat hesitated to potentially try to make a big play that saves her jungler there. I fully expected to see her flash over that blue buff wall and try to connect on the charm and get Draganks out of there. Or even potentially turn that fight with Dragank still having been about half health, PuppyCat having the Ignite available, but decides to hold it, and that will be a solo kill going over to help get Captain Deadside back in the game.
And we're going to take a look at that replay and that kills. This starts over the bot side, just a little bit of trading there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, just for those who are aware, because we're not able to split the audio, you will just be hearing the audio of the game, so not necessarily related to the replays. Okay, so you're going to see, so Deadside chasing here. PuppyCat is available over the wall, so just walking Draganks. Again, not wanting to commit the ghost to get out of this right now. I guess didn't feel, but yeah, Draganks just not following up right there with their mid laners. Oh, that's not what we want. We're going to go back to in-game.
Yeah, and I would have liked to see PuppyCat just go over that wall. Just flash it, throw the charm. You're up a game in the series. Try to make the play there and save your jungler. That's, I think, a miscommunication there, because I think that's a death that could have been avoided if they were willing to commit some sums.
Lyros going to get spotted on this ward, so they know that he's sitting here. Hecarim running out behind him. Just going to clear out this ward on the Dragon. Now, with the Shyvana in the game for Sam Houston, obviously stacking early Drakes is going to be in your advantage. It's something that you want to do. But, I mean, you're going to have to find the time to take it. It's going to be a flash from Lyros. Going to land the flay, and not going to come down, flash out. PuppyCat going to dash forward, but will die underneath the turret. No, manages to get out. Hecarim waiting. Can he get on top of PuppyCat? Would like to get this charm. Going to land bike time. And Deadside ticking. Draganks trying to land this one as well. May follow underneath the tower. No, just going to take the lantern out. So a quick kill going the way of Sam Houston, and nothing being traded back.
Nice to see Lyros Tome with the aggressive, proactive play to set up around this Dragon, continue to punish this mid lane matchup where you know you've got a skill difference, and PuppyCat, not willing to take the execute, just throws out the flash and the spirit dash to finish that kill off. So the gold also went to the right place, and now we have that first Dragon stack for Draganks on the Shyvana. We see them continue to take more away too with this blue side invade.
Yep, and I think as much resources as you can deny for Sam Houston, the better you're going to feel. Blue buff going to go the way of the Dragank, so just denying that experience, that gold Hecarim wants, and especially when Hecarim is so dependent on mana throughout the entirety of this game. You know, once you get to late game, I think it matters just a little bit less, because at that point you have items, but trying to clear your camps early, trying to get these ganks off, it just is difficult when you don't have the resources to do so. And I think Sam Houston rightly just identifying the timers in which they can make invades, take away some of these resources, and you know, slow overall the early game power that this ROWVA squad is going to have. And you know, Sam Houston, again, not on a timer here at all. You have the Jinx late game, you have the Arya for late game, have the Irelia, so any advantages that you're getting within the first, you know, 15, 20 minutes of this game is just going to make that even better for you as you start to get towards the mid game.
Yeah, unless someone on Sam Houston has somewhere to be, they can just play this game as slowly as they would like to, because I think they're pretty much going to outscale across the board. Also, interesting to see here, Captain Deadside opting into the Caulfields, but not picking up a tier on that back. I guess he wasn't aware his blue buff was going to be gone. Unfortunate for him.
I don't think that they actually had vision of that going down. I don't think that they necessarily saw Draganks walk in and take it. So, you know, another unfortunate part of, you know, losing a little bit in this early game is you lose the contest for vision and lose the right to have access to your own side camps. And especially with Draganks being in a fairly good position right now, does only have the recurve bow, so not tremendously far ahead, but is still nice to have. He's gonna land a stun down on top of Gerard. Does have access to the Ignite though, so this is not a fight he wins. Texas A. Ooh, he takes that quick trade and walks away with a little bit more gold. Executioners. Oh, I just noticed that in his inventory too.
Yeah,
He had the Executioners.
He already picked it up. He has the Executioners and the Ignite, so the healing is not going to be coming through for this Aatrox in any meaningful capacity. Also uses the Q dash on Irelia to dodge the sweet spot on the third charge of Aatrox's Q, which was absolutely brilliant, as we do see Rodini throw down here in the top lane. Looks like they've got the R2 available. Did they cast the R1 there?
I'm not sure if he actually did. Yeah, that's going to be the R2 coming out.
Oh,
Texas A
there's
looking to
R2.
trade that back, so not going to get anything out of it, though. So ultimately, Ultimate used just to get underneath the turret, get out to safety. Dragon could have turned that one. Texas A combining there. It had access to the flash, too, so I think correct call by Brodini to use that to get to safety, but I think rougher that he was in the top lane in the first place to where that was going to be forced out.
I don't know if it was perfect execution, but some execution there from Brodini, and did correctly decide not to further commit to that play. And we might have... No, never mind. It's... When did Herald get picked up? We missed that?
No, just now. It actually just went down in that top side, so it was going to be picked up by Draganks. And again, the tempo there, Sam Houston, again, just denying resources across the map, identifying their tempo, knew that Gerard hadn't teleported, so knew that they were going to be able to take it since he was walking back, had everybody there, and Yeah, Sam Houston just playing a calm and controlled game. Even better early game than the last match that they just played. Is
might have something
Deadside trying to get something here, though. No, it has the safety with that Thresh, so you're not worried about too much. Dragon going to be coming up here in just a couple of minutes. And the Sam Houston going to have the ability to make that play whenever they want to with a Herald. But speaking of playmaking, Texas A in his top side, Gerard. Do you want to commit the flash? Get out of his. Oh, flash is the wrong way, though. He's stuck in a minion wave at Texas A. He's just going to slowly take that one, yeah. And he's on a killing spree. Texas A 3-0-1, and he's got to be feeling good on this Irelia.
Just a finger dip in the top lane as Texas A is bullying Gerard. I bet he's grateful this is his second account because he does not want this in the match history on his first, as we see him over and over getting punished. And it's interesting to me that he still opts into a serrated Dirk. He is still building as if he's winning this lane.
DrakeLeagues looked like he maybe wanted to get something started off there. No party yet. Does have the Herald in inventory. Now, Puppycat is making her way towards this mid lane. So does have the ability to make that Herald play and knock down some of these plates, put some more pressure on the turret, and force Deadside to respond to this. I'm interested to see if Sam Houston actually offer that, though, because you could look to play just top lane and get this Irelia further on ahead, but I think it will come down to what they deem as the larger priority.
Yeah, I think this as well, it's very important for ROWVA to recognize that they need to be the ones making proactive plays on this bottom side at this point, because their top lane is just absolutely bleeding out. That lane's just going to continue to get worse from here unless they really want to commit like 3 men or 3 players up towards it. So I want to see ROWVA try to make a play here on the bottom side, try to find something. You've got Seraphine Ultimate, which is a fantastic engage tool. You throw down the Encore and then follow it up, but it doesn't look like they want to commit those and try to make that play, which is very curious to me. Oh, not again.
Yeah, Ultimate's just going to come down there. Texas A just on a rampage right now. He's about to go legendary if he keeps this up. Yep, and that mid-plane play, exactly like we called. It's going to be that Herald. It's going to be the Ultimate coming out. It's going to be the heal from Zodiac Flash as well. Survives the engage there, and a lot used to knock down the Sam Houston ADC. Now, will be minus those summoners, of course, but not going to be feeling too bad, especially given the money that they're getting in the mid lane. They've got the Dragon. That's their second of the game. Texas A going to have plenty of alone time with the turret, and now Faithat may have to get himself out of here. Going to be flash from both carries there. So nothing going to be followed up there, but yeah, Sam Houston winning across the board right now.
Curious about the decision by the Golden Fox not to commit the True Shot barrage there after Encore connected onto Zodiac. It looked like it certainly should have been a dead Jinx, even with the summoners coming down. Just because once Encore comes out, you can't dodge True Shot barrage because you can't pilot your character. So I really wonder what led to the decision not to throw down the ultimate there for the Ezreal, because that would have been a very, very nice pickup for them in the bottom lane. Nonetheless, though, doesn't happen, and SHSU willing to trade away those summoners on Zodiac to acquire that second Drake, and a Drake that's going to scale even more effectively on Shyvana because she gets more than just the 6% armor and magic resist. She gets some base resistances too.
I think if you're this ROWVA squad looking for ways to how they can get back in this game. I mean, Zodiac not necessarily too involved in this game right now. Is just 0-0-1 on the Jinx. But if you're looking towards some of these late game fights, if you're looking at how the damage might shake out, Puppycat though may have to hold on. Onslaught of Shadow's going to go wide. Oh, that's going to hurt. And now DragonLeagues is here, and it's a party, and nobody block. Bodini going to blow the ultimate there and get nothing out of it. Super Mega Death Rocket goes wide. Zodiac trying to steal that, but nothing going to happen there. So yeah, Puppycat going to get out to safety. But the point I was going to make is this ROWVA squad can look to try and punish the summoners that are going to be lacking on this Jinx for the next couple of minutes. You know, yes, Jinx not necessarily in the spot where she's going to take over team fights, but still important, I think, to knock down that carry. And then you buy yourself some space to fight, buy yourself some opportunity. But yeah, Sam Houston not even letting that become a possibility, just keeping this ROWVA jungler in check everywhere, making him respond to the pressure that Sam Houston exerting all across the map.
Yeah, and it's just it's a tempo dip for SHSU. They're moving around the map so quickly, taking so many things at once, that it becomes incredibly difficult as Captain might just take the dead side to the mid lane.
Oh, Murano gets it with a Q. Puppycat going to commit the summoner there. Yeah, wouldn't let him go. If you've committed that far, you have to full commit, be it death or victory. Brandon, you know, trying to see if you can run down Puppycat, but I wouldn't advise it. Puppycat.
Yeah, once the flash.
Go ahead.
Sorry, once the flash comes out there for Puppycat, you got to keep going. That slight miscalculation on the flash auto, redeemed by the very good Orb of Deception there, max range, so she'll clean that up. And again, just wrong place, wrong time.
Is he going to get this underneath the turret? Ultimate's going to come out. Yeah, forces that from Gerard just to live there. Texas
I don't think this is over, is it?
It might not be.
You're three strong topside. You've got to go here.
Yeah, pinging multiple members here. Gerard, he's not safe underneath this turret. Ultimate has timed out, so not going to have access to it. Texas has access to the minion wave. Could get these stacks going. Now, Brandini is here, but they don't know that Lyros has stuck his way into this bush. Might find themselves in trouble right now. Shyvana
available for the arrow, yeah.
Keeping eyes on the Heck Room, so nothing going on there. Texas A dropping a little bit down now. It's going to be the dash forward on top of Brandini. He's going to get stunned. Texas A, can he win this fight? Ultimate going to come down. Texas A just ticking in the United. Is going to get shut down. Gold going into the hands of the Collar, but now it's a fight fully in this top lane. Brandini is going to manage to make his way out. Dragang's also going to get slain. 2 kills over to ROWVA. And that's exactly what they needed to get back in this game, but this is not done yet. Puppycat not willing to let this one go. Brandini trying to get something. Is going to get hooked. Stunned underneath the turret. Is going to drop the Thresh in the end. Orbit Deception going to collect another one. Puppycat on a rampage, and now Shade side, he's got to get his way out of there. Has access to the Ghost. Can he get out? It's full buffs there for Puppycat. Gets the charm. One more orb will do it, and he's going to knock that down. 10-4 for Sam Houston. It looked sketchy, but they managed to get trades in the end.
Yeah, I think they were just too hesitant to take that fight. They allowed Brodini to make it up into this skirmish and pick up some kills, and then the fight just ends up going so long that Puppycat's able to come back and redeem it for SHSU. I also love that both the ADCs were there in spirit with their ultimates flying harmlessly by and off into the distance, offering some moral support with those. But overall, SHSU far enough ahead that they are able to clean it up, but still the hesitation there concerning, because that certainly could have been the beginnings of a way back into this game for ROWVA.
Absolutely. All right, Kramer, we're going to take a look at this rebase that started off in the top side. So it starts off with Dragons trying to get in here. Oh, it wasn't the very beginning of it, so I left it a little bit too late. But yeah, as you highlighted, the two ultimates just sailing wide there, not hitting on top of anything. But then in this extended team fight there, Lyros managing to land the hook, does die in the end for it, but manages to pull Gerard underneath the turret long enough for Puppycat to get the damage down. And then the double buffs going over too, just plenty to knock down Dead side, not able to get away. One more dash, yeah, and the follow-up there. So excellent kill, excellent response there from the Sam Houston members.
Yeah, Puppycat still having all 3 charges of the Spirit Rush up when it was just her and the horse was not good news for Captain Deadside. As we see the 3rd Drake go over to SHSU. They have been taking these Drakes on spawn for 2 straight games now.
That's it. I'm not sure how much you want to fight this. It's going to be Flay. It's going to be the full commit there from Dre. It's going to be the onslaught of shadows over the wall. Bardini is the first one to fall. Now the Thresh follows, but Draganx, yeah, he's not going to be able to let this go. You've got a rock in a hard place. You've got to be a dragon behind you and know where to run. So Draganx going to pick up their 2nd kill of the game. And Sam Houston, they're not done with this one. Zap's going to land on the one. Zodiac's here, and the Jinx wants to fight. Yeah, Bay's going to be trying to get out of this one. Flash commit there. Super Mega Death Rocket, not going to get anyone. Flash, Zap goes wide. Zodiac, what else can he get? No, manages to survive with a sliver of health. Ultimately,
beat that.
And ultimately a 2-for-1 in the end for Sam Houston.
Yeah, absolutely. Beat that, barely escaping there. Still a good trade for Sam Houston, but again, these skirmishes kind of sloppy all over the place. The onslaught of shadows there by Captain Deadside was good to be able to pick up Lyros Tome, but the fights just seem oddly disjointed. They're happening on multiple fronts, which I guess favors Sam.
Oh my word, Texas underneath the turret. Can he get out of this one? No, it's just going to be the Shuriken flip there. Deadside going to pick it up in the end, though, even despite Akali trying to go in. I actually think that wasn't a smart play. I think the better play there was to donate the gold over to the Akali, who is suffering right now. 89 CS is all he's got in that mid lane. Only has the 1 item, so yeah, just continue to suffer right now and might be suffering a little bit more. Gonna get the dash in. Ignite going down. Puppycat, can he finish this off before Deadside gets there? Lantern out to safety. Ultimately a commit there of the ultimate, but not much more for Puppycat.
Yeah, for Texas A in the mid lane, as soon as the kill doesn't go over to that Akali, I think you /all #worth take your flashy kill and your quick reset. But interesting to see Brodini strong enough to take that engage into Puppycat and still survive. Also interesting itemization choice with the Night Harvester. I am not a fan of that item at all, but I will spend too long ranting about that if we start to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I think I would have liked to have seen maybe a more AP focus item there for the Akali, given really the armor focus there for the majority of the Sam Houston squad, because the only really source of magic damage that they have, and it's not even really a reliable source, is that Shyvana just landing those empowered Qs in the ultimate. But beyond that, like, they don't have anything else. So it's largely just an AD comp team. Does have the Blade of the Ruin King. Oh, Sam Houston, they're hunting. Charm gonna go wide. Bait that is gonna drop in the end though. Puppy Cat dominating right now in this matchup. Yeah, Sam Houston just have full run of this matchup. It feels like they can go anywhere they want to unchecked.
Yeah, absolutely. They have taken full control of the top side here as this Charm's gonna connect as well. And Captain Deadside, you ghosted away for a reason, buddy. Don't forget. He forgot.
I tried to take that.
Puppy Cat not gonna punish it.
Took that trade into Puppy Cat, but I think just deciding that they want to get on out. Puppy Cat, I think, not willing to chase after that side, not knowing, and may have got himself in trouble. Ultimate going to come out there for Gerard. It's going to be the follow-up, though. Dragank says, get off my mid laner, and puts him into the ground. And Deadside now, he's got to find his way out of this jungle in a heartbeat.
Firestone might be able to... Oh, the death sentence barely short there. Yeah, looks like this topside priority for SHSU is going to continue as we see the Herald come down. They're going to pick up this 800 free gold standing here, and depending on how willing they are to commit to this, they might be able to get this crashed into the next turret. Doesn't look like they're willing to escort that Herald forward, though. Oh, no, they are going to get it.
Yep, going to get the second charge out of that Herald. Obviously, going to be happy about that one. Texas A dropping in that bot side. Does get caught out there by Brodini, so is 2-3-2 now. Does have the completed boots. Has the stopwatch and inventory, so likely going to be looking to chain another fight here soon, especially around this dragon that will be coming up here in just a couple minutes. A slew of dragons there for Sam Houston. They got a nice little bunch there. They got a mountain, they got a head check, they've got that Cloud Drake, and I think we'll be happy to have the Cloud Soul. Obviously not the best dragon they could have. Obviously the movement speed helps for some of their champions, but I think a good denial away from the Hecarim given the circumstances.
Absolutely, and I think, too, you're just happy to see 2 consecutive games where SHSU has taken these dragons on spawn. They have not left a dragon alive on the map for more than about 90 seconds from what I've seen, which is just really good. They're setting up around them well. They understand how to find the picks they need to secure those objectives, and they are putting the correct amount of priority onto it as we see them once again move into this area. I wonder if ROWVA is willing to hard commit to contest this. Oh, it's a fight in the mid lane.
Gonna be fight started off. Brodini gonna go into the stasis, so that stopwatch not gonna last the inventory very long. He's gonna be the first one to fall. Sam Houston charging forward, trying to get one more. The top laner before ROWVA gonna fall as well. Ticking. Oh no, not yet. One more dash flash out for Puppy Cat. One more auto, not doing it. No, not enough. Orb of Deception gonna clip him in the very end though. And they're trying to see if they can collect the rest of the members here. 2 dead for the side of ROWVA. Puppy Cat, does he fancy get over the wall? Charm. Heal out there. Double kill for Puppy Cat as a menace in this game. This Ahri was let go, and that may be the death sentence for Golden Fox, who tried to ulti and gets punished for it. Triple kill for the Sam Houston mid laner. It's the full team wipe, and they're going to get the turret, and they're going to get the next drag. Drag Soul goes over to them. Sam Houston win big.
It's a fiesta in the ROWVA blue side, and Puppy Cat brought the guac. Oh my gosh, name a more iconic duo this game. Puppy Cat and Flash Autos that don't quite finish a kill. I mean... But still able to find the triple kill there, piloting this Ahri extremely well, and Sam Houston's just not having the disrespect. This map belongs to them, and they are going to prove it, as we see them now starting up this Baron as well, transitioning their lead even further. Just a really, really nice fight for them.
Beat that, almost knocked out in that bot lane, just trying to hold on to the turret, not able to really do it. Puppy Cat exerting so much pressure in this game. Baron goes down at the end, and now Sam Houston. It feels like this should just be the last little bit that they need to end out this game. 23 minutes. Puppy Cat going to get the reset off there with the empowered recall. And now, I mean, for ROWVA, it's so difficult to come back into this game because the carries that you're relying on just aren't strong enough right now to really keep you in the game. They aren't strong enough to do the damage to the Sam Houston carries. And as far ahead as the Sam Houston squad is, it just feels like you're kind of praying for a mistake if you're this ROWVA squad to get back in the game.
Absolutely. With all the AoE pick they have, you know, you've got the Encore, the Onslaught of Shadows, the True Shot Barrage, the AoE coming out from Gerard and Brodini both. If you can find a way to blow up this Ahri, there's probably a winning fight, but I mean, good luck finding it. We've got a 3.5 item Ahri at 24 minutes with a Cloud Soul, as the Death Sentence will connect here onto Gerard, but nothing going there.
But Zodiac may be looking to go himself. It's going to be the ultimate commit there for Draganks, trying to see if he can get multiple low health bars. That's going to be the first one to fall. Captain Deadside trying to get his way out of here, and he's about to end up dead. Flay is going to land on top and beat that. Zodiac gets his second kill of the game. He's officially rocking and rolling in this game, and Gerard finds himself on the wrong side of the rift. Going to get ulted on top of it. Texas A-Guns to stop. Puppy Cat going to steal it, though. And now this is going to be surely the end for Sam Houston. They look to end this game. Distant Hip are going to go down in the mid lane. Respawn timers there for two members of this ROWVA squad. Golden Fox forced to dash out, blinking away, trying to find safety underneath his own turret. Going to look for the reset, but the only thing he's going to find right now is just a dead base Sam Houston. They're going to continue to knock down these turrets. Puppy Cat goes legendary, and this is the final nail in the coffin. ROWVA, they tried to fight, they tried to keep themselves competitive in it, but Sam Houston, another sub-30 win.